lived here for a long time?
Yeah, I lived here for a year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm from here.
Okay. Very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
I'm a native.
So apparently there's a building like, I guess, over this one on that side that's boarded up. It got shut down.
Yeah.
And the national story is it was a slum building.
Oh, it was worse than
But then
slum.
there's another narrative that it was controlled by illegal migrant gangsters from Venezuela.
Yeah, Venezuelan mafia.
Right.
And it was like, and it was 24/7, constantly dealing.
Right.
It's
Drugs or what?
In front of drugs, yeah.
Wow.
Cocaine, heroin, the blues, anything that they could sell.
So I read that the crime around the property
it was terrible.
Almost doubled from like 2021 to 2022, and almost doubled again this year from last year.
Yeah, I've had my phone stolen twice.
Yeah.
We've had packages stolen out of our building. From because the people that lived on the third floor, they were dealing, and they were going over there to get their drugs.
Right.
To come over here to sell it.
Wow.
And then they turn around and it's like, and they sit there and they hang out the window, shoot their guns off.
So you hear gunshots here?
Yeah. It'd be like two or three
What about
times.
you?
This is my sister.
Hi. That's your sister?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Kathy.
Becky, Kathy.
Yeah, we live right
there.
Your
parents really loved they really wanted it to match.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys, like, do you feel scared or like?
Oh, no, not now. Now we feel very safe.
Because they shut down the building?
Oh, yeah. And you know what? And I don't know how people could live like that. Because they have rats in there. They had bed bugs, cockroaches. They had,
just
mice.
about everything. Just about everything.
They had drug dealers, and over there where they have that fence up at, people already turned around and started cutting to try to get back into there. Why would you want to go in there? Why would you raise your children in an area where the ceilings are caved in on people?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the pictures of the building.
And
it's two things that are true. The building is run down. But then,
not just run down.
It's also a target for gangsters.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was like it was constantly. Every night, 2, 3. They'd have the cops there 4 or 5 times a night. And it's like, and I blame Aurora, put the PD, because when they go in there, to answer a call, they could have seen how bad that was, and they did nothing.
Right.
And plus, they seen all the people out there, standing out there in the front, just dealing, and they did nothing. So I blame them too.
Right.
And for the housing authorities.
The housing authority?
Yeah, they did nothing either. It's like, it's like, and then you push all these other, but the ones that I feel sorry for are the ones that were hardworking. But even if you're hardworking and you have children, why would you let your children and you and your wife live like that?
Yeah, it's
interesting. It's
I'll hold it permanently.
Okay. Yeah, it's just totally disgusting, but now we can honestly sit out here at night, and not have to worry about any gunshots. If there's going to be any drive-bys.
Yeah.
I've
seen drive-bys?
Oh yeah. I stood out here one night. I was like, because it was hot in our apartment. And I was sitting there and I was just seeing this guy turned around and walked up to me, and he sat there. He says, "Hey, how would you like me to put a bullet in the back of your head?" And it's like,
Was he American?
No, he goes, "I'm in a gang." I was like, "And should I be scared?" It's like, I'm not afraid of these gangs. And that's what people need to do. They need to stand up. Don't let these gangs intimidate you.
Right.
Because that's what it is. They know how to intimidate people, to scare you.
Throw acid in her face.
Yeah, he was going to throw acid in my face. I was like, it was crazy. But
wow.
They were talking, a couple of guys over there said that they were going to start bulldozing it. Thank God. I was like, but please don't let the bugs come over here.
Right.
But it's like, these people, they'd be up there just dealing dope. Upstairs, the cops would come, there'd be like 15, 20 people in one room, and the cops did nothing. And they just sat there, and they turned around, knock on the door, people see it was the cops, and they slammed the door on the cops.
We had cars parked along here where nobody else could park.
You couldn't park here?
No license plates on them.
Yeah.
And they were driving around with no license plates.
Yeah.
So were they all Venezuelan?
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that they were all a problem.
Okay.
And it was filthy.
You heard Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Because
okay.
none of them spoke English.
Okay, that makes sense. So they were all Venezuelan.
Yeah.
'Cause
But there were
that's-
Spanish people up in there too, and they
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
speak English either.
Yeah. I talked to some of them over there. Now,
Yeah.
let me ask you this, because you're very smart. The election's coming up here in November, and we have two candidates. Who do you think would solve this problem?
Neither one.
Neither one?
Neither one.
Who's closer
I
to...
think Trump would more than Biden would. You know?
Or, yeah, Kamala's
I
running
think the
there.
lady, but I can't think of what her name is. I think she'd be a better candidate for president.
You know what she said?
Huh.
She said people coming through the border illegally aren't criminals.
That's not true. The people that they had over there were all criminals.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's
so how
what
can
Kamala
you say-
Harris says.
Yeah. So no, she wouldn't be a good president.
Okay.
You know.
So
I think Trump would be because he was really tough, but yet none of them shouldn't. Because Trump, he's you know, there's too much scandal against him.
you know why they do that, though, right?
'Cause they're idiots.
Because he's the only politician that's going to stand for the people.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
the only
you
one
know.
that's going to boldly say.
The only one that says
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's what I believe as well.
Yeah, and they
So-
slandered him, said that he wasn't paying taxes. Now, you and I both know you have a $500 billion business. Do you think the IRS is going to let you get away with not paying taxes?
No.
Hell no.
Right.
Well,
What
yeah.
he was a real estate mogul,
Yeah.
so he
Yeah,
wrote
he was a
off his
businessman.
depreciation. Yeah.
You know, and they got mad because he was dealing with Russia because he was a businessman. you know.
Right.
And it's like, I mean,
I think the hatred for him is intentional
yeah,
to
you know,
deceive the public to believe he's like evil.
yeah, but he's
vile.
not.
So
yeah.
I went to my first Trump rally in Montana last
did you?
month. It was my first ever Trump rally, and the energy in there was there was people from all backgrounds. I didn't even know black people lived in Montana, but they were at the Trump rally.
Really?
And the love for him it's genuine. So
Yeah.
I think he's, personally, that's what I believe. I think he's the choice to solve all these problems.
Yeah.
I think he says the right things and he does the right things. For
Yeah.
4 years.
He does what he says he's going to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
so you guys registered to vote?
I am.
I am.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Republican.
Okay.
Yeah, what
okay.
gets me is when Trump got elected in office, people that voted for him turned around and wanted him impeached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
the Republicans, that's kind of what Trump's first term showed, that Republicans and Democrats are just like a uniparty.
yeah.
They're
and
they're in bed
they turned on
together
him.
and they pretend to be against each other publicly,
Yeah.
but in
Yeah.
private,
Yeah,
they're
it's
working
like-
together to screw us over.
Yeah.
I
and it's
appreciate you, Kathy and Becky, very much.
Hey, no
You
problem,
guys are
man.
very smart.
Yeah.
I love
you. know,
you.
And
Yeah.
I mean, if you would have seen the stuff that went
Oh,
on
I
around
think-
here, it would scare you.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
it would totally scare you to death.
I'm glad I don't live here.
You know, yeah, I'm serious. You know, and we'd have trash out there all the time. They'd throw their trash out the window.
Mhm.
They couldn't turn around and walk down to the trash can. They turn around. They'd get in. We had a guy tried to break in our apartment.
Wow.
We had another guy standing there looking in our window. You know, and it's like, and I wouldn't even go out in the back.
Right.
And then you'd have people that'd be sitting out there. They'd be smoking their blue. Oh, that's so gross. People, I just can't understand why people could even drink that or
Right.
smoke that.
Thank you both so
Hey,
much.
no
God
problem.
bless you, okay?
Hey, thank you.
you.
Yeah,
Have a great
oh.
day. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, thank you.
You know, and it's like,
We're here with
Arthur.
Author, my man. Bro, that's a sick name. Question for you.
Uh-huh.
So there's a viral story about gang members in Aurora taking over apartment buildings. Have you heard anything about that?
Yes, I have.
What do you think about that?
Well, I've seen clips of it, and I think it's pretty crazy that that could even happen in a town that we live in.
How long have you lived here?
I've lived here my whole life, but all I know is it's pretty dangerous to be out there.
Right. And there was a lady, apparently she had to move out of her apartment. 'Cause
Yes, I think it was on a news network. They showed us. I saw it on TikTok, and it looks pretty bad there. I saw a Ring doorbell camera footage of gang members with fully loaded ARs knocking on doors and busting them down.
Jeez. Okay. So look, if you had to pick between the two candidates in the election, who are you voting for?
My personal preference is I'd vote for Donald Trump.
That's what's up, bro.
And,
That's what's up.
The only reason
Yeah.
why I'd vote for Donald Trump is because me personally, the country was a lot safer when he was in house.
Yeah.
And right now, what I'm hearing like from both sides, obviously, I'm not very biased, but I like to look at both sides factually.
Yeah.
And what I'm seeing from Kamala is that there hasn't been anything really done under her, and all these things that she's supposedly promising, I know she ain't gonna do. And
That's true. You know, Trump said we're going to do no taxes on tips.
yeah,
2
and then
weeks
Kamala
later,
Kamala
she just
copied.
confiscates that, man. She
And
steals it.
yeah, so and I actually saw yesterday on TikTok they actually locked Kamala up in a hotel room so she could study 5 days in a row for the debate that's coming
It's
up.
kind of like Biden. Like they just lock him up for like a whole week. just to
Yeah,
prepare.
so they're trying to get her to get ready for this debate, and this is kind of how bad it is, considering that she wanted notes and all that at the debate, which
Yeah.
is stupid. Because if you're going to debate, then you have to know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Um,
Especially if you claim to be as passionate as you
So
are.
I really hope that this debate can show all the American people who actually don't want to vote for Trump why they should vote for Trump. Because, I mean, we clearly saw how Trump made Biden look in the debate that the Democrats actually originally requested.
Yeah.
And so hopefully Trump can make Kamala look the exact same way, honestly.
Yeah. Well, are you registered?
I am going to be registered before
Okay, okay.
the election, yes.
I'm gonna get you registered right now, bro. I came with the forms, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Appreciate you, man.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
She has a lot to go with 4 separate locks, shots all over the door.
Sad.
And then put braces on the door. She was preventing people that were knocking on her door or wanting to do a lot of bad things. So I'd like to ask you, she's been very brave actually. She was able to release footage that was so violent and vicious. And it's in the alley I got it personally, but that's okay. We're probably braver than City come up for it. We've got to get Trump back in office.
Many years ago, the city and county of Denver announced that they were a sanctuary city that welcomed illegal immigrants from around the world in that community. And therefore, it was incumbent upon the rest of the Denver metro area to deal with that aftermath. Some of these migrants are hardened criminals. They're sex offenders. They're murderers. And they're members of transnational criminal organizations like Trend Agua. I'm a proud graduate of the FBI National Academy, but even the director of the FBI said, quote, dangerous individuals are coming across our southern border. We don't know who they are or where they are. Ask yourself, could there be a terror plot right now within our borders being planned against the American citizens